Now you might be wondering, hey No Face, what are you doing in the black part of town? We usually see you up in the hills by the mansions around the white women. But we're here on site where the famed adult male star, Brian Pumper, was assaulted by a gang of black guys. And I'm gonna be honest with you, this place is scary. All these muscular black guys got me walking funny. Look at the way I'm swaying my hips side to side, side to side. These people are scary. I mean, let's just be real. If I have to turn gay as a defense mechanism, I'm gonna turn gay. I'm gonna throw it back on a nigga. What's the problem? Survival of the fittest is what it's called. These people are violent, these people are irrational, and these people are out of control. I mean, just think about it. Imagine you're a legendary adult male star named Brian Pumper. Everybody loves you. And you're minding your own business, walking to the bus stop because you're poor. It's just you, your long shaft, and your 360 waves. And out of nowhere, 3 black guys hop out of a Tesla, and they go on the attack. They start mocking you, they hop out of the car, they have eggs in hand, and they start egging you. I mean, let's just go over the footage.
Hey, what he making? XL, Hoodie Boys, gang shit, Bonnie on her 12th Street. Hey, Bonnie on us, Brian Pumper, we on our way. Blood broke ass was talking about he got money. Come get blood. Get blood. Get blood. Get blood. Get blood. He messy. Hey, egg blood. Brian Pumper! Fourth floor! Broke ass, he's still walking. He just said he got money, but he was walking to catch the bus. Broke ass porn star, y'all fucking him for nothing. Fuck us, we got something. Ah, he looking dumb. You got shit, Jesse. You got herpes. You got herpes. What's that on your lip? You and his boy, he need to be friends. It looks like somebody. And y'all let him eat y'all pussy. Y'all pay him. Y'all fucking him. He ain't got nothing. He walking. You're walking, Pumper.
Hey, really, let him use your bike, man. He need it.
Let him use his bike.
Well, got that shit on this shit.
I'm letting you get your words off too. I'm letting you get your piece off too, man. Get your piece off.
People cross paths for a reason.
Ooh.
You gonna remember us, you hear me? We gonna be rich. We gonna remember this.
This is absolutely disgusting behavior and disrespect towards a legend. And what was it all for? What was it all for? I'll tell you exactly why it happened. Reason number 1, this man says that Brian Pumper is poor because he's taking the bus. Reason number 2, everybody hates the pretty boy that has sex with all the girls. Let's just be real. You know, back when I was in high school, there was a guy by the name of Chris, and Chris just could not get any pussy. I mean, girls were just creaming all over Chris, and all the guys hated him. Eventually, a pack of horny teenage boys beat the living dog shit out of Chris, and he was hospitalized. And we all thought, hip hip hooray, Chris is done out here in these streets. He's not getting any more pussy. Boy, were we wrong. Girls started showing up to the hospital to visit Chris to attend to his injuries. They were wiping down his wounds, they were kissing him on the forehead, they were posting pictures of them visiting Chris in the hospital. There was even a campaign for 2 to 3 days called Justice for Chris. So now we go back to these losers who attacked Brian Pumper. After they egged him, they said, you guys are fucking this guy, you bitches are fucking this guy, Brian Pumper, look at him, he got nothing, we got a car, we got a Tesla, we got money, we got something, fuck us, please, look and fuck us. Begging women, stop having sex with Brian Pumper, he's a loser, he's taking the bus. Have sex with us because we egged him and we have a Tesla. Please have sex with us. Now keep in mind, this is what the attacker looks like. This is what the attacker who attacked Brian Pumper looks like. How could he ever compete? This guy could have a Ferrari, this guy could have a Lambo, and you can have a penthouse apartment. And Brian Pumper, on his way to take the bus at the bus stop, is still gonna take your bitch. You can't compete with a cute nigga. Brian Pumper's a cute nigga with muscles, and he's got a massive rod. Brian Pumper is walking around with a ballistic cruise missile in his pants, and his dick game is A1. He can bust on command, and he can get hard on command. Everybody talks about it. This is Brian Pumper, the legend. Hell, don't take it from me. I've seen hours upon hours of Brian Pumper dicking women down. I grew up with this guy. You know, I've talked about this in the past. Before, in my darker days, I would watch porn for about 10 to 12 hours per day. These were difficult times for me, and for about 3 to 4 months, I would only watch black pornography. We're talking about Coffee Cakes, we're talking about Cherokee Diaz, we're talking about Lethal Lips, we're talking about Pinky Triple X. And Brian Pumper, most of the time, was the guy dicking all these women down. But Brian Pumper wasn't just a porn star. Brian Pumper was an internet legend. You see, Brian Pumper would always go viral. You couldn't ignore Brian Pumper. Brian Pumper was the cute guy with the muscles and the waves. His 360 waves was something out of this galaxy. And he had the jewelry, he had the iced out rollie. It was all fake, but it doesn't matter. This is why I tell you, get the fake Cartier glasses, buy the fake iced out rollie, buy all the fake drip. Because as long as you got the fake Cardis and the 360 waves, the bitches are gonna come crawling. It doesn't matter how much money you got. Women don't care about the money at the end of the day. And deep down inside, every guy knows this. The super alpha Chad with the cruise missile in his pants like Brian Pumper is gonna take your bitch whether you got a Ferrari or not. And that's why this rat with rat-a-tat teeth, I mean, look at his teeth. They look like they're fighting for air. They're gasping for help. Let us out! Let us out! He knows deep down inside, when the night comes upon him, there's no bitches around. It's just him and his greasy, sweaty boys. Look at his Instagram. Look at his profile. There isn't a bitch in sight. There isn't a pog. There isn't a red bone. There isn't a dark skin. This guy gets no pussy. So what do you think is going to happen when it's just you and your boys, your gang-banging brothers, and it's 2 o'clock in the morning, you guys are drunk and high, and you're horny? It's 2 o'clock in the morning, everybody's horny at 2 a.m. You put on the porno in the living room, and all these guys start slow stroking in front of each other. It happens all the time in the hood. It happens all the time. That's why I don't deal with niggas. You can always catch me hanging around with the fat women, my favorite. And these guys, they know deep down inside that Brian Pumper, no matter what, even after getting egged, even after going viral and being humiliated, is still going to get some pussy later on tonight. It's inevitable. It's Brian Pumper. Yeah. Brian Pumper's famous for this. Brian Pumper was famous for going on the bus, on the train, and finding some random woman. Just some random woman out there in the street, start talking to her, make her fall in love. And all of a sudden, a couple hours later, she's doing a porn scene. And by the way, this is why he got kicked out of the porn industry, because he just kept bringing around these random women, not testing them for any STDs, just raw dogging these random women he met on the bus or he met on the train. And then they get tested after, and it turns out she had gonorrhea and chlamydia. And it was just a disaster at the time. Brian Pumper didn't care. And Brian Pumper has been doing this for years now, for decades. And just to illustrate how much of that nigga Brian Pumper is, Brian Pumper convinced Morpheus from The Matrix, he convinced his daughter to shoot a porn scene with him. Not only just that, Brian Pumper was handing out the back shots to Morpheus' daughter. He picked up an egg and cracked it over her forehead. This went completely viral. And by the way, this went viral when being viral meant something. When you went viral back in those days, you were somebody. You were viral for 2 to 3 months. He's him. Brian Pumper, whether you like him, hate him, whatever you think about him, Brian Pumper is him. Brian Pumper has been him since high school. Brian Pumper has been him for decades now. Even now, when Brian Pumper is out there taking the bus without a single dollar to his name, Brian Pumper is still him, and Brian Pumper is still pulling bitches. What are these guys up to? The guys that attack Brian Pumper. There's no back shots, there's no red bones, there's no thick black girls, there's no pogs, there's no Latinas with fat asses. There's a lot of cavities, there's a lot of plaque, there's a lot of tartar, there's a lot of gingivitis on those teeth. There's a lot of teeth crowding, And there's a lot of slow stroking with the boys at 2 a.m. Ooh, when the Henny kicks in and you smoke that blunt, it's just you and your boys. There's a lot of slow stroking. Long black pipe slow stroking at 2 a.m. with the boys. Wouldn't you wish? Wouldn't you wish you'd be sniffing an ass like Brian Pumper tonight, but no, you're with the boys. Face it. You're never going to be Brian Pumper. You're never going to get the caliber of women Brian Pumper has been with. And by the way, this was all for nothing. People are destroying you in the comments. I mean, forget about what I'm talking about. I'm just another guy. I could be a hater. But what are the bitches saying? Let's go see what are the bitches saying in the comments. Let's see. We got Shelly Renna Baby talking about go brush your teeth. I mean, this is what the women are saying. Next up, we got Light Skin Beauty 02. Did y'all see their grills? Can you say gingivitis? Go see a dentist immediately. You know what this is? This is the bitch telling you, you're walking around with a whole bunch of check engine lights on. Go get yourself fixed, nigga, instead of worrying about Brian Pumper. Look, best advice I got for this young man is, delete your Instagram, start all over. Buy my critically acclaimed book, Fat, Ugly, and Poor. Listen to it day and night, multiple times per day, multiple times per night. It's only like 45 minutes long. Disappear for the next 6 months. Nobody knows about your whereabouts. Do everything in the book, Fat, Ugly, and Poor. Do everything it says for you to do. And then maybe, just maybe, you'll start pulling some bitches, because for now, it's not looking good for you.